Hi friends, are you ready for another outdoor adventure? Let's go outside. Let's look around from the highest tree down to the ground. Hi, I'm Miss Deanna and I'm here at the Bellroad branch of the Newburgh-Chandler Public Library. Do you see what's on the cover of this book? It's a mosquito. I don't like mosquitoes. Mosquitoes like it wet and damp, wet and damp, wet and damp. Mosquitoes like it wet and damp. They hang out where you camp. Mosquitoes fly around in swarms, around in swarms, around in swarms. Mosquitoes fly around in swarms. They have wings for arms. Mosquitoes bite your hands and face, ouch, hands and face, ouch, hands and face, ouch. Mosquitoes bite your hands and face, they like the way you taste. I don't like mosquitoes. I bet you don't like mosquitoes either. Mosquitoes are bugs, and that song comes from a CD we have here in the library called Bugs, Bugs, Bugs. And that is what we're going to talk about today. Now, I think I've been pretty clear that Miss Deanna does not like bugs, but I know that they are an important part of our world. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to hear a story about Sarah. And like all good stories, it starts with once upon a time. Sarah was playing out in her yard, and a raindrop fell on her nose. "Oh, that's cold," she said, and another one fell on her arm, and then her knee. But Sarah didn't worry. She says, "I'm all right. I see a house to hide in." She went underneath the tree and had a nice roof of leaves to keep her dry. But Sarah was not alone. Inside Sarah's house, a caterpillar inched its way in. And then a grasshopper hopped in. And a fly buzzed around. Sarah sat very still, and flutter, 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 in came a beautiful butterfly. Sarah was glad she didn't move. Then, scratch, 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 from underneath the leaves came a black beetle. She continued to just keep sitting still, hardly moving, hardly breathing. And a ladybug flew right on her head. Oh! It wasn't long before an ant crawled underneath too. Sarah laughed. "We're a family," she said. Then, through the trees, the sky got lighter and the rain stopped. "Oh," said Sarah, and she started to move, and all the bugs went away. She says, "It's time to go back to our real houses." And Sarah went home to her mother, who had a treat waiting for her. Did you see how Sarah stood very still and she watched with her eyes the things that the bugs were doing? If you like bugs and if you think they're interesting and you would like to study them, you might grow up to be, big word alert, an entomologist. An entomologist is someone who studies bugs, specifically insects. And I think Sarah is on her way to being a very good entomologist. Now, I'm not fond of bugs, but I do like watching things out in my yard, and I did notice something unusual this year. This is my parsley plant. Now, it looks pretty healthy right now. It's nice and green, and it has lots of leaves on it, but it didn't always look this way. This summer, I went out on my back porch and something was all over my parsley plant. I had caterpillars everywhere, and they were eating everything. They started out tiny, and they got very big. So friends, I don't know how well you can see this, but when they first start out, they look very different than they get to be later. But these two caterpillars are the same kind of caterpillar. So first I was sad because my parsley got eaten down to nothing. No leaves were left by the time the last caterpillar was done. But I looked up that type of caterpillar and I found out that this striped type of caterpillar becomes an eastern swallowtail butterfly. Isn't that beautiful? So next spring, I can look forward to my yard being filled with these beautiful butterflies. Now that makes me kind of happy. I do like watching butterflies. The other thing I noticed, and I put this picture with our book in the library called Biggest Bugs. I have bird feeders out for my hummingbirds. And a very big bug was on my hummingbird feeder. Now this picture is not as good, but this bug right here is called a praying mantis. And it gets to be about 4 or 5 inches big. Well, hummingbirds are only about 3 or 4 inches big. And so as long as this praying mantis was hanging around on the hummingbird feeder, the hummingbird would come and he would hover around and he would see the praying mantis and then he would very quickly fly away because that bug was bigger than he was. He didn't like that at all. If you think you'd like to know more about bugs or entomology, there are 2 websites that will be in the description of this video that you can click on. All right, well, I think it's time to do something fun, and I found this book in our library called Fingerprint Bugs. And Fingerprint Bugs is all about taking your fingerprints and turning them into bugs. Let's take down our butterfly and caterpillar pictures. Now, in order to do this, you want to have a stamp pad, but it's important that you get a stamp pad that's washable so that when you're done, you can wash them all off your hands. If you don't have washable stamp pads at home, you can experiment with water washable markers. If you put them on a sponge or a soft piece of paper and just put it on very, very thick before it dries, you should be able to get a fingerprint off of that. All right, so I'm going to start with the color black. And I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to make 1, 2, 3 dots. See if I can make those a little bit darker. 1, 2, 3 dots. Did you know, stay there, don't move. Did you know that insects, which is a type of bug, have 3 parts to their body? It's head, thorax, abdomen, or because I like to sing. Head, thorax, abdomen, abdomen. Head, thorax, abdomen, abdomen. 6 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Antenna, and sometimes wings. Head, thorax, abdomen, abdomen. This is my sad little ant. I'll give him an eye. And an ant is an insect because an ant has 3 body parts and 6 legs. Now what if I do this? What if I'm going to switch to green? I'm going to do 1 and 2. And I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that an insect? Can you tell what it is? This is my spider. Spiders are not insects because they have 2 body parts and they have 8 legs. Okay, one more. Ooh, I want this one to be, what do you think, purple? Purple's a good color. I'm running out of fingers. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Uh-oh. This one has lots of body parts and lots of legs. Do you know what it is? It's a centipede. Is a centipede an insect? No, it's not, because it has lots of body parts and it has lots of legs. An insect has 3 body parts and 6 legs. Antenna and sometimes wings. All right. And like I said, all of these are in Fingerprint Bugs, which we have in our library. And you can do bees and butterflies and moths, all kinds of wonderful bugs that you can make in there. And I would rather touch these bugs than touch a real bug. Real bugs make me feel a little, do they make you feel that way too? Kind of crawly. If you'd like to find out more bugs, oh, I'm going to go back to our tree. I can tell you that in our library, you will find books about bugs in the nonfiction section using the number 595. All of the books I have up here came from that section about bugs. Except for one. This one is a special book, From Egg to Butterfly, and this one is in our audiobooks because this is one of the books that will read to you. Can you hear that? All right. Well, friends, we have to do, well, we don't have to, but we're going to do our like and dislike page. So let's take a look here. Well, I have here a spider. Nope, I'm going to start with something else. I have a bee. A bee is an insect. It has 6 legs. It has 3 body parts. Why do people not like bees? Because they sting. And we don't like to be stung. That hurts, doesn't it? But bees are very important because bees help pollinate flowers and vegetables. And without the bees, we wouldn't have all the beautiful flowers. So I don't like being stung, but I do love beautiful flowers. So I have one on each side for bees. How about my caterpillar? I really would not like to have a caterpillar crawling up my arm. That would bother me quite a bit. But like I said before, if I'm patient, my caterpillar is going to become a beautiful butterfly. So I still have 2 dislikes and 2 likes because the caterpillar becomes a beautiful butterfly. All right, how about what I think is the creepiest and the crawliest? And sometimes they hide in my boots out in the barn. Oh, spiders with their sticky webs. I don't like spiders, but their sticky webs are important because you know what? Spiders do me the favor of catching and eating bugs that I don't like they eat a lot of mosquitoes. So that's a really good thing. So spiders are kind of I don't like spiders, but I do like spiders. All right, last one, and this is where we started, friends. Our mosquito. Oh my goodness. Mosquitoes are not great. And sometimes I wonder why we have mosquitoes. But mosquitoes are important because mosquitoes are food for spiders. They're food for dragonflies. They're food for frogs and toads. And did you know that baby birds, just like baby people, need special food? Baby birds can't eat seeds like the big birds can, but they can eat soft, squishy bugs. And so it's important for all of the baby birds that we have lots of mosquitoes. So I guess I'm just gonna have to put up with the mosquitoes a little bit longer. All right? Okay, friends. So we have lots of things to not like about bugs, and I'm right there. I don't like bugs. But we have lots of important reasons to have bugs, and we want to keep them around. Because like Sarah said, we're all one family. It's all important that they're here on earth with us. So I hope you go out in your yard and do some bug exploring this week. And until I see you again, we wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. We clap our hands and stomp our feet. We wave goodbye like this. Bye for now.